Welcome back to the channel. It's Reactions, Rants, Rabbit Holes, and first and foremost, appreciation to the JINJER fans who had, nice comments or just enjoyed ranting idiot for a minute instead of just the same old, same old. Now, I don't know what's going to happen, but I covered my bases on Teacher. See what the song is, see where it goes. I really was sold by the end of Teacher. Heavy vocal aside. So I remain adamant that all opinions are for entertainment purposes only. Smoke up the back of the bus if you know what I mean. And anything else I could help. Thanks. Let's go get some.
Feels like funeral to me, the longest song of grief, and not for what has passed, but for what shall last.
Exhausted nature is so tragic and so eternal. All spectacular tears wrenching counts yourself. Death blows are slowly crawling to the toes. Merciless is falling off her head. I'm here with her. I'm dressed with a few petals on my breast. We shared our creates and let the landscapes do the same. I love your warmth, but Japan fruit is living cold alone. We fix our eyes up to the sky to see a flight set us farewell. Where we see each other next time.
Okay, here's the problem. I am inspired to rant away about something, but it's personal. As always, most reflections are filtered through myself. If you're looking for JINJER fan worship, my goodness, that exists ad nauseum, I bet. I mean, I'm sure there's... I read it in the comments. You can go find as many versions of people nodding along and agreeing with you as you'd like. But I made some independent films. Above board film festival type shit. When I was younger. And some of it's on the channel. Most of it's not available anymore just because my sense of humor wasn't other people's senses of humor. But I had an opportunity to shoot a 24-hour film festival thing once. It all fell apart. So this is oh poor sad me story. But this moment in the video, JINJER's Perennial here, which actually sounds pretty good. Heavy as shit, but the band, they are tight as hell. So, it was, it was a Christmas, and I am doing this reaction at Christmas Eve day. It might, no, it'll come out today. I'll put this out today. So this film festival was for Christmas, and it was, you had to have Santa and a rug. Now I'm assuming the founders of this one maybe liked, let's say, were big fans of the Lebowski and how a rug can really bring a room together. And Webby out there with his stuff talking about that. That's so awesome. Another story sometime else. Okay, so I had this idea, and it was like it would start on, like these stiletto heels, stockings, kind of hot, but digging a hole, not as epic-y, throwbacky, living on the frontier as this, but it really made me remember because I had all the shots in my head figured out, and it was bad. It was kind of a naughty. I saw Mommy doing more than kissing Santa Claus, and I did him in, and then I made Mommy bury him because it was her stocking he was stuffing. Do you get it? Nah, that's horrible. But it's really heavy and aggressive. And I was like, man, this wouldn't be the right music for that. It was going to be more film noirish. But the color palette used in this video kind of makes me. I'm like, oh no, I'm hip to that. Now, none of that has to do with this song. Merry Christmas! Especially if you just came here to see someone else agree with you how great this is. I know, it's cool. Yeah, it's very cool. But, yeah, that's not what I do. I am sold, though. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm so sorry, but this is really good. And then if you pull off after the close-up of the digging, down there in like a cocktail dress, getting the hole prepared. Then close-ups of the trunk popping open, and here's a rug all rolled up. And there's just these black shiny boots sticking out of the end. Now, that's kind of a portly rug. But you play with perspective and your, line of sight. And hey, was your stocking, you get them to the hole. And now it was kind of edgy. Because it was that, I believe it was an indictment of infidelity with Christmas and film noir murder scene all rolled into one. Which, I was thinking, gosh, I kind of would have done okay in that contest. This is probably kind of cool. I like the video. I have no clue what the video would have to do with the song. But you know what? I don't really know what the lyrics are. Song's fire, though. I'll be checking this shit out now. It's cool. That's cool, too. Nice video. No, the desolate, the cold backdrops, isolation, loneliness, so much. Even though I don't understand the song, there's some, right? You get that. I love filming. I wanted to make movies. Yeah, it didn't work out because it turns out I hear you really, really need to grub money, exploit people, and then pretend you're a self-righteous asshole as you do it. And it couldn't be my gig. I don't have that in me. And I don't want to work, I don't want to go for the other extreme either. I just wanted to be creative. And I thought I'd seen so many formulas on TV that there had to be a way to break that mold. And then they're like, oh no! You have to conform to that to get into the system. I went to film school. You got to do it this way. Like, why don't we just make the whole thing on, like $6,000 and fucking call it good and do it as well as like a lot of other people do $1 million films. And we did. Then everybody sued each other. I'm just saying, this is a shot. I really like this shot. The starkness, the isolation. It invokes all kinds of cool feelings. Or maybe not cool. I'm using that loosely artistically as interesting and thought-provoking. But I mean, you're you, right? Fuck, you hope you don't have the feelings I have. You didn't live my life.
And you will tradition
Oh, I like tradition.
of mass destruction.
Oh, not that kind.
In the name of total reconstruction.
Whoa.
My biggest source of confusion.
Hey, what if ironically enough, every time we knock the whole effing thing down, we just rebuild it the same way, the way that, say, an ant colony would reconstruct itself after a flood, if, the queen survives. See? Queen. If we wipe out all the bees down to one last colony, force them into cages, then they escape into a reclamated, you saved it all from your own self-destruction, you worthless eater-breathers. And it's pristine. And they escape from their confinement. Do they just reproduce what's in their heart and DNA? Do they just do it all over again and start their little making baby bees, making their bee whatever, getting their pollen, building their fucking hive nest honeycomb? It's funny how we use the arguments of the natural world to condemn ourselves and steep ourselves in guilt, but we never go, oh shit, we're like this self-replicating fucking machine of destruction, and it turns out every time we never stop the greedy person from wanting it all, which leaves the underprivileged and destitute to suffer in their shadow and misery. Oh shit, that's only repeated for all of history and all of time. Sorry. I have no idea what. Oh, yeah, no, because, dreams of mass destruction for total reconstruction. I believe that was the inspiring line. Now, I'm not saying it's not awesome. I think it's kind of good. But maybe it should not just be throwaway shit. Maybe we should think deeper about our own responsibilities, not laden with guilt and despair. Oh, I'm nothing but cosmic bullshit because I don't know every fucking thing at once. So, blah, I don't exist. How about, holy crap, history is always rewritten by the elitist winners who decided to create the wars in the first fucking place. And then go, maybe their pedestal building glass house on top of the mountainside, total domination control, but then look at me and how cool I am, really is not the best reflection of who we are as a species. But the ability for 1,000-odd people together to function perfectly 99.9% of the time in the middle of nowhere has been recreated 100 million times. From every village, hut, to igloo, to fucking underground cave dwelling. Weird how we don't talk about that side. But we all want to get a chance at that brass ring to show how we'd fix it ourselves. Well, until we start having much, much deeper conversations about the nature of being, I bet we just keep reliving the same cycles over and over and over again. And lines like this here in JINJER's Perennial official video off Napalm Records, I can read, really resonates with me on that whole subject.
Tradition of mass destruction.
Yeah. Groove on it. Because you always got someone who don't want to dig in the dirt, grow the vegetables, or gather the berries, or hunt the bear. They think their lone goal is to manipulate, protect, and influence dominance over their people. I believe that idea right there transcends every language, mountain, river, ocean the planet has ever seen. I bet it's been a long time since we needed to protect the tribe from the saber-toothed tiger. But maybe those of us who tap that reptilian brain for the violence features aren't always the most stable to wield power and control, except highly held in check by a little more even-headed bunch. Damn, this one turned out good. I didn't expect none of this because I can't think of it before it happens. I'm just like, am I going to get thrown off by something? Am I going to get this? Am I going to get that? Holy shit, was I going to get inspired by it all? Who knew?
Of mass destruction.
Burn it all down.
In the name of
So BlackRock can build it all up again. And I put an exclamation point on that whole rant.
nation. Of mass destruction. In the name of total reconstruction.
Oh, yeah, they get paid for that. How'd Cheney do with it? Pretty good, I think.
Source of confusion.
Not really. You put on the hat, you figure it out.
Reason of decay and dissolution.
Oh, give that up.
To permanent eyes.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, but this does really, because I'm a thing. I got a thing like Tarantino. I admit it. It's probably why I look at the world a little differently, because I understand there's things that work, and they're not all the same for every person. My debate would always be, at what point do we admit that that thing should probably stay personal and not, like a platform to campaign on. I digress, but the stocking feet in the snow is the kind of shot I would like to, I would use. It checks all those boxes.
Unto permanent eyes. We found breathless paradise.
Especially with the flowing attitude. So it's like there's this disconnect between her movements and her acting, dancing, if you will. But the stark reality that walking barefoot in the snow, no matter how tranquil, would probably induce a hypothermic, event at some point. That's, crazy. And I'm just thinking most people don't put half of that fucking thought into anything anymore. I'm not saying I'm right. Okay? I'm not right. Just saying for me, it says, whoa, hey, all these things. Life's more interesting when we get more things out of everything we do. I'm just fucking around. But I meant what I'm saying about
We're not dead. No, we're not dead. Just enjoying coma.
Oh, sure. Right? The juxtapositioning there from, tranquil, serene, but surreal to chaotic. And, that's cool too. Hey! This channel gets a little plaque on the wall someday. I'd definitely try to fund another low-budget indie film. I would do that one more time. I would just hold all the contracts this time because I'm tired of getting cheated. If you really sign off just to do it and be a trooper, then that's what you get out of the deal. You'd still be expected to do your best and then probably participate with the rest of the event. If after 3 cocktails you tell me what kind of car you want to buy, I don't think I could work with you. After 3 drinks, you tell me, A, you shouldn't be drinking anymore and carrying on these conversations because you're not in your right mind, or that you are so excited to break the system just once so you can put a big middle finger up to the world and go, there you go. What? Oh, yeah, no, we could sign that golden ticket next time because now they're coming out of the woodwork to exploit you. Then you say no. Wow, see, there it is. I tried to talk about the sacred no. There it is. I just said it in my ranting and raving, and I felt it in my stomach. No, I don't want any cheese on my spaghetti. No, that's not the one. No, I don't want your contract because it would corrupt me. And then I repeat the cycle all over again. That's good shit. Man, this Merry Christmas to all. And to all, peace on earth, goodwill. I mean all that shit. I'd love to sit down with just a whole group of people on the back of the bus and discuss possibilities after realizing it. I'd have to hear something but the same old shit over and over and over again. Nothing to do with the song. The song's awesome. From the ashes of her, so I do actually follow. It's not just blah. Her heavy vocal is definitely in the line of where, like, I like a bunch of Lamb of God. I like a ton of. I saw 6 Feet Under. So I mean, there's room for another artist. Stuff's exceptional, and then with idea invoking imagery and sounds all going on at once. It's a good time for me. Now, if you're just a JINJER super fan, I bet I lost you 20 minutes ago. 22 fucking minutes. Thank you, JINJER. You are actually fucking fire. And this is another one where I started out on the wrong foot and I just looked at it all the wrong way. And what I really got to look at it is how do I let it inspire me to bring the best out of me? Just me. You have to deal with that shit all on your own. I'm nothing to nobody. Just a dumbass reactor listening to a song he never heard before. That's awesome. Yeah, it's from the ashes of my roots, maybe, but I can't tell there. Rise and live again. Poetry of. Nah, I don't know at all. From the ashes of my life. I can't. I like it. I think it's fire. Oh, yeah, see, I get it. Oh, cool, fire. I get it, come on. There was no Santa Claus rolled up in the carpet, so, I mean, she obviously was going to be buried herself. It's not like, here's the problem with it all. Just like the juxtapositioning of images to invoke feelings. Most stories have to be formulaic, so they have some sort of closure, because it turns out we as a species hate unresolved endings. Who knew? I should have stopped right there. See, now if I could have ended right on the last word I said, and not... that'd have been classic. But I don't got that skill, and I'm not going to edit it. So, but you know what I'm saying? People like closure. They really do. Even if they pretend they don't. JINJER, Perennial. Obviously, I didn't have a thing to say about the actual song, except it was good. I liked it. And I'll do more. When I turn a corner on something, I ain't bullshitting. I work my way through whatever it was. Now, this one, it could literally have been political. But I've made peace with all that because it turns out the hyperbolic nature of storytelling around issues have subsided a little bit. So it turns out people aren't as reactionary because it turns out the arguments aren't as propaganda laden as they were. That should be generic enough, too. All right, till next time, this is Rollen Green saying his opinions are for entertainment purposes only. Yours mean whatever they mean to you. Just remember, none of them are actual fact without all the stuff to back them up. There is a difference between opinions and facts, and definitely feelings. Later.